Oh yeah, we're back with another week. If you remember from the end of last video, I was trying to remember a bunch of the extra exercises that I do and was trying to list them off. But since I didn't have it in front of me, I was completely drawing a blank and stumbling. And I thought that was dumb. So I decided to dedicate this video to giving you my full routine. Aren't you lucky? So here you can see my spreadsheet for the last two Saturday workouts. Saturday is bench for strength day, and then overhead press for volume day, along with a bunch of your standard upper body type bodybuilding stuff. So I start off with bench for strength, then I do incline for volume, followed by overhead press for volume. All those after the bench, everything is done for 3 sets with 1 minute rest in between each set, and then about 4 minutes between exercises. So anyway, after bench it's incline, overhead press, and then what I refer to as face smashers or skull crushers or lying tricep extensions. So whatever you call it, you know what it is. I finish up with dumbbell press for shoulders and also side laterals. Then I do a set of push-ups to failure. In this particular week, I happened to get 55 before I couldn't move my arms anymore. This was a good week. This was week of 5s. Everything went well. The only day that didn't feel good was Thursday, but it I ended up hitting all the numbers that I had planned to hit, so no problem there. And that was just another public service announcement that when the environment starts to get cold, you need to warm up thoroughly. So on to Sunday's workout, which is the heavy squats, followed by wide grip weighted chins. Both of those are done RPT style, and like I mentioned before, we're on set of 5 as our top set. I follow that with deadlifts for volume. I've been doing sets of 5 on those as I've been pushing the weight up, and now that I'm up to 225, I'm going to start pushing the reps up and hold the weight steady until I get to 3 sets of 10. Follow that with barbell rows, bent over barbell rows, and then I do narrow grip chin-ups with my hands basically right next to each other with just my body weight for volume. And then I finish the workout with pistol squats. A couple things about my spreadsheet that you may want to know. For starters, there's 2 exercises that I end each of the 4 workouts with that I stole from P90X. One of them I just call the calf bounce, where I just hop up and down on one foot for a count of 18, but it's like four different directions per count, so it ends up being like 72 times on each leg. And I do that one side, like right side, left side, right side, left side, and then I do that twice, if that makes sense. The other one I have labeled as HH because some people call it the hollow hold, but it's really just the banana from Superman Banana from P90X. And moving right along to Tuesday's workout, the astute viewer will have noticed that there was a difference between this week's workout and the previous week's. The reason for that was I asked myself, is doing dumbbell side laterals and really lightweight inclines for 3 sets of 10 really going to help me bench more, which is the goal that is most prominent right now for me. And I felt that was not the case. So what I decided to do was do a exercise that I'm calling a pin press, which is basically just a very heavy partial bench. It's basically like bring it down halfway and then press it. And that is going to have two effects that I'm hoping for. The first is that I will be handling much heavier weights, which should train my nervous system to expect heavier weights and not shut off muscle contraction when it senses overload. The second is that I'm using it as a strength exercise for my triceps. Up till now, I hadn't done anything specific strength-wise for triceps. I'd only done Saturday's, face exercise for volume. So I'm thinking having strong triceps is going to be key to achieving the lockout on a heavy bench. So Tuesdays, in a nutshell, are overhead press for strength with the bench for volume, followed by the pin press. And then I have things labeled as SPUs. Those are push-ups that are done in my suspension trainers, which is awesome because you're suspended in the air because I have my feet up on an elevated bench and do push-ups. And on to the last workout of the week, Thursday's workout. It consists of heavy deadlifts and heavy narrow chins, followed by squats for volume, bent over rows, and wide grip chins for volume. And I didn't do it this week, but I have strap rows, which are, again, using the suspension trainer, and just hanging from it and doing a rowing exercise. The last couple things that I keep track of that you can see on my spreadsheet are my calories from the day before, because I have under scale, I have the body weight that I got for the current day. I think when I made this, I thought it'd be good to know what kind of calories the day before led to what kind of changes on the scale, but it didn't really work that way, but whatever. You can see I'm weighing in around 135. That is up about 11 pounds from the lowest of lows, which is saying something, I guess, right? Because being up 11 pounds, like most people would be like heavy, and I'm still like pretty light. But I also keep track of the total volume that I do for each day, and most of the time I'm between 10,000 and 16,000 pounds, looking to slowly push that up. I'm not really separating out the volume just from the big four like I was way back when, but that's okay, it doesn't really matter. So hope you enjoyed a look into what I'm doing currently. It's no guarantee that it won't change sometime soon, but for the most part I'm real happy with the routine and I'm making good progress. Not sure, but I think I can get 2 more full cycles in before I travel for the winter. So with that, and without further ado, I'm out of here. Talk to you guys next week.